firing range here. Let's figure out what side we're on. Okay, so this is what we call headquarters side. I guess we can call it Jeep side, but it's typically been referred to as headquarters side. We call this building here headquarters, just because it's apparently a headquarters. It's got a lot of desks, got some tables. Who knows what this actually is supposed to be, but we call this building headquarters. So if we're on this side, this spawn side, again, headquarters side, we hold the map differently than if we spawn on the opposite side, which we call restroom side, with this being obviously the bathroom. So if we spawn here, this is restroom side. If we spawn on the other side, it's headquarters side. We're just going to quickly kind of go over the different positions and kind of what we're trying to hold. So this is the breakout. The key to every beginning of a map or every breakout is timing. So it's important that we get our guns up and get established immediately. So there's no picking classes. Once the game starts, we need to be moving. We need to get our guns up and established. And you can see here right away why. Because as soon as I hop around this corner here, which my job is, I'm playing the mobile home or the trailer position. We'll probably just end up calling it trailer. It's easier to say. If I'm playing the trailer position, so my job is basically to help cut off the center of the map. So you got plywood building or building 2. You can see there's a 2 on it. And we also have tin building or garage. So you'll hear this referred to garage oftentimes, simply because if you look down low, it does appear to be a garage. It might also be referred to as tin. This being building 2 or wood. And then you got tower, trailer, restroom, headquarters. So my job off the break, or what we're generally going to try to hold, is we're going to try to hold this middle ground. We're going to shoot them as they're either in this window, coming out this doorway, jumping out of this ledge, or trying to get in through this gap here. And then this is left side. It's a very heated side because they're going to spawn inside of the restroom for the most part. We're controlling everything but the spawn that is inside the restroom. They occasionally will spawn back here, but typically the way we play, they don't. So they might spawn right here by the light post. So you'll hear light post called out in terms of a spawn. You'll hear restroom. Occasionally you'll hear opposite spawn. That would be this one here. And that's pretty much where we limit the spawns. That's it when we control this side of the map. The left-hand side player is going to basically, his job is basically to keep them from getting into the mobile home or coming up around this side, getting into headquarters, getting behind us in the middle, and just causing trouble. And really the biggest thing is keeping them out of this mobile home, because once they get in this mobile home, they can just cause a lot of trouble for our middle players. They can shoot headquarters positions. If you happen to get up in here, you can really shoot straight into the spawn. You can shoot straight into middle. So it's a very vital position to hold, and that's why the left-hand side player is going to basically control and keep people out of this trailer from the left-hand side, from the far side here. So this is the far left. You might hear it referred to as position 1. If there's 6 positions on the map, 1 being the furthest left, this is left side player and or position 1. So this is the position. Typically when I play it off the break, because they can get around that corner first, this is a great way to set up. Just get behind these stairs. Sometimes because I don't want to get pre-fired through a wall and they might be expecting it, I'll even come out like this and kind of be the instigator and get my, keep my gun up while I'm kind of strafing and shoot these people. And eventually where I try to get to is right here in this corner. I'll tuck myself in right here and shoot straight into the doorway. So basically, I'm trying to limit this left side spawn to where, or left side player to simply a doorway. And anytime anyone comes from this angle to the left side, it should be called out by our headquarters player, which I'll talk about in a second. So as long as headquarters player's up, you can be sitting pretty much anywhere in this position and only looking at this left-hand doorway, and your job becomes much simpler. If they start catching on, you can kind of come over here and look towards this spawn. You'll shoot them as they come this way. Obviously, you got to worry about once you shoot a player or two, they're going to be right on top of you here to the left. Eventually, one of the great ways to play it is you can jump on this wall. If you come at it straight like this, and you can sit right here, you can shoot into the doorway, and then my favorite position is, when safe to do so, I'll jump on top of here, jump on top of this part, and I basically got this angle here, and I shoot right over the barbed wire, right over the wall, and into the bathroom. And as long as they're calling out, they're coming around, no one's really looking for you up there, you blend kind of in, it's dark on this wall, it's a good way to hold left. So this is left side. Your function, your job is to keep them out of the trailer. That's your role. This is left side. It's very hot, and it's a difficult position that requires a good sense of what's going on over here, good gunfighting, and it's super vital we keep it up. It's so vital, in fact, that where I'm playing right now, which is called trailer position, off the break, my job is to go through headquarters, as you saw. Speed it up. I'm going to go through headquarters. The reason I'm doing this is so I'm not exposing myself to any of the guns that are looking right here, basically. Oh boy, right here through the center. Everyone seems to want to run this way. You can see this guy's already firing. They want to shoot this gap right here. It's because of their easy kills. I'm running through headquarters, and I know they can't be left yet, so I'm not worried about it. And I get my gun up immediately, trying to look this gap, and I'm trying to cut anybody off that's either going to the tower or to tin building or slash garage. Okay, building 3. So if you are tin, building 3, or garage, that's the call out for this building. A lot of the guys on our team call it garage, and my goal is to get my gun up first and basically kill. I mean, it's oftentimes I'm killing guys like right before I can't see them because they just get there that fast. So my job is to basically kill them before they get to the garage. Because just like the trailer, if you get in the garage, you can cause a lot of hell. You can be upstairs, downstairs. You can just cause a lot of trouble. So it's vital we control the trailer. It's vital we control the garage. So that's what I'm doing. I get my gun up.
We're winning this.
And I'm shooting those angles. Right now I'm exposing myself to a lot because I'm a cocky gunfighter and I feel I can always win. And that's not always the case, not always smart. If you limit your angles, it's better. So once things are established, once I did my job, you can see the left-hand player is looking left. I have to be careful based on where he's at. I'm trying to get inside the trailer, and I'm going to basically focus on killing them as they come outside of this spawn point. So I'm going to be shooting them on this doorway. I'm also going to be shooting into the spawn. I can see light post, but primarily my job is to help the middle. So I'm basically at the trailer side, and I'm shooting anywhere in the center towards wood building or building 2, which is this building here. So I'm trying to keep them from running up into the tower. I'm trying to keep them from running this way. And I'm working with my other middle player who plays anywhere on this side of the map and crosses it up. So we're crossed up in the center right now. We got 2 guns, one on the left side, one on the right side, and we are forming a crossfire to make it very difficult for people to stay alive if they try to push through the center. We keep them, our main goal again is to basically keep them out of this trailer and keep them out of the garage. So you'll see here, I push up and I start looking for kills. Left side goes down. It is my responsibility now as important as center is, there's now still 2 guns on the center. It's my responsibility to make sure that left stays maintained, that they don't get into the trailer, and I'm not getting shot in the back. So left goes down. It's my job now to keep posted on this left-hand side. And sometimes it's smart just to sit here, play defensive, and not poke your head out and get yourself killed. Sometimes you need to go out there and do some work. It's kind of up to you, and just be smart about it. No need to get yourself killed. So off the break now as well. Back it up here. Cruz. I believe Cruz is playing the headquarters position, so we'll watch him. Off the break, he's going to come up into our headquarters building. Immediately look center gap. You can see that he's standing on top of this table, and he can get a very clear shot at this gap here in the center. Know that they're looking for you there as well, but you're kind of camouflaged. You've got the better angle on them. You see them easier. You're going to get that kill more often than not. You don't need to expose yourself to this window, but you can, and you can actually see quite a bit from this headquarters position. You don't always need to be sitting necessarily on this table in this exact spot. You can move out from this position, but for spawn purposes, it is best you are actually in this building. It's best you're in this building to maintain spawns. So typically you're playing this back table and looking this center gap right here. What you're basically doing is killing guys that are right here, trying to get cute kills on the trailer, but you're also keeping them coming in the trailer, and you're just giving them hell basically, and you're another gun in the center. Your other biggest job as the headquarters player is to call out anytime you see anyone basically come from this direction towards the left-hand side. That call out is huge because, again, like I said, if you're playing this left-hand side, if you can limit your left-hand side, so just simply looking at this doorway, your job just got a lot easier. And if they can simply just call out, hey, you got one coming, you're going to have a heads up on them and at least hopefully get a jump to get that kill. So headquarters and left work together to make left's job easier. So that's that position. Again, you got to be versatile in any position. You can't be, static. You need to keep the enemy guessing, and on their toes. Let's go over real fast. Let's back it up. See what else we got here. Yeah, we're gonna go over Bryce. Bryce was playing center position. We call this right center. Call it garage. But basically, you're the 4th guy. If you're going left to right, 1 through 6. So off the break, what he's been doing is going through the garage, posting up in this position, which crosses up the center. And then again, they're not getting in the tower, which is right above him, because I'm over here shooting at anyone that would be going into that tower and or right in this general direction. So that's what he does here. His job again is to control and maintain control of the center. He might not be able to see up on top of building 2. He might not be able to see even the doorway at 2, but he's keeping people from coming down this alleyway into the garage. He's keeping people from making it into the trailer. So he's got a lot of responsibilities. There's a multitude of ways to play it, but again, your role, quite simply, is to play anywhere on this side, the right side of middle, and shoot left. I'm not going to tell you how to do it 100%. I personally don't play this position that often, but that's your job, is to cover anything that was going center, whether it be to the trailer, whether it be to the garage. You're getting kills out of building 2, however you can. So that's that position. The other thing about this position that's crucial is if right side or this firing range side is in trouble and goes down, he can simply turn and cut it off from an angle, whether it be right here, But the idea is you're not going down and re-clearing this area. You're letting the people that died in this side re-clear it, but you're cutting it off because if you put your gun here, you see anyone that tries to make it through this area. So whether they come through this doorway and they're trying to come this way, or they're trying to get up behind you, or if they're trying to come out back here and get up behind us, he's going to see him if he crosses this gap. So basically your job is to just cut these angles off, let the right side players or this firing range side players get back up. So that's that job. Again, these jobs are dynamic. You need to be able to play smart, switch your angles up, and keep the enemy guessing. You're still got a responsibility and a zone to cover, but again, you're not limited to like one spot. You're just limited to covering your zone, which covers your friend. So I realize this video is getting super long, but let's just go over the final two players. This is the right side. You can see it must have just gotten established. But when you're clearing this, you run through the tunnel. One player is going to cut inside as such and look inside here, eventually popping his head out here to cut off this angle. The other player is going to clear long ways and get his gun up and cut off. Usually it's probably best to get up here like this, establish this angle, just in case this player here that's inside the building gets shot. By being in this general position, you can clear up all those kills and wait for your partner to get back. So this is positions 5 and 6. This back area, by the firing range as we call it, because there's a firing range out back, is super important to have a body in this area. Right now we got a body on top of the car. If we don't have a body in this area, they will spawn here because we control so much ground on this map that they will spawn literally on top of you if you're not in position. So if you do have Nomad, it's a good idea to probably throw a mine here because they'll literally spawn here as well by these tires. Might be not a bad idea to throw a mine here just in case. There should be no spawn issues if everyone's in position and you guys aren't too far pushed up on this right side. If you come out here like this, you're going to be causing some spawn issues because we're just negating too many spawns. So the best way to play this right side and the easiest way to play this right side is as you see here. This angle is awesome. You are looking over the fence and you see this general area, and as you can see, I mean, you don't present yourself as a very big target. You look like part of the fence post. So this is a great way to play it. And then secondarily, to have this guy in here cutting this angle off. If you two work together to basically kill them as they're coming around this corner, or however you can do it to where they're not getting behind it, whether it be coming up here or coming up the alleyway here, that's your responsibility to control the spawn and also keep them from getting behind us. So this is the far right side, otherwise known as the firing range position. There's again 1,000 ways to play. You can jump on this fence, play it right here. I've seen guys play this a multitude of different ways. I've seen them come up to here and shoot down this way. You can do that, but again, I feel like the safer way to play these angles is from further back as you see them right now, and with two guns up. If, for whatever reason, this inside building guy were to die right now and you happen to be in these positions, it's probably best you stay on this car just so you can see anyone that cuts inside here. But this angle here would be a great way to just cover everything until your support showed up. So I do realize this video is extremely long, but we've got so many new guys, and it's really important, especially on a small map like this where things happen super quick, and we got to know where to turn and why, that we get these spots down. We have an understanding as to what we're trying to do, and so hopefully this too long. I'm only going to try to get some homework assignments out a few times a week until we're all up to par. The one last thing I want to state is simply this. If left side is struggling, if middle is struggling, it's typically the side that will struggle more because it's just hotter and more difficult to hold. We tend to spawn down here at the firing range, so it takes a while to run all the way back there. One of these players, not the player that's back here holding the spawn, but one of the right-hand players, with permission or with communication, should most definitely help push towards the middle. Help control the middle. The middle is one of the most important parts to hold on this map. So it's important we help control and establish this middle so we can push a guy or two further left as quickly as possible. So that's that. I apologize, this video is super long. This is the quarter side spawn. So if we spawn on this side, this is the game plan. There'll be further videos in the future, maybe just showing specific spots or cute spots or whatever. But this is the overview for this game plan for this side of the map. And I'll make other videos in the future for other things. So I appreciate it if you spent the time to watch this video. Hopefully you got a better understanding as to how we're trying to control this map. And we can throw you in any position and you'll be able to succeed a little bit, or at least not go in totally blind and be a productive member of the team. So happy to have you guys all on board. Hopefully this video helps out, and I'll see you in the next one.